Assalamualaikum and good day. Today I'll be discussing the lesson 7, which is developing critical and creative thinking skills. So this lesson focuses on how we can help young learners, especially the emergent learners, to develop higher order thinking skills like critical and creative thinking. So learning objectives. So for this lesson, here are the objectives. So first, to describe the nature of critical and creative thinking skills of emergent learners. The second one is to determine how creative thinking supports or adds to critical thinking. And the third one is to identify the barriers or mga hadlang sa pagdevelop ng ganitong skills. And lastly, to design or suggest activities that promote both critical and creative thinking in young learners. So, in this lesson focuses on understanding what critical and creative thinking are and paano natin malalaman if a child is already showing these skills. So it also helps us guide parents and teachers and supporting the child's development. So mahalaga rin ito, mahalaga din dito yung pag-identify ng barriers or challenges na maaring humadlang sa pag-develop ng pag-iisip ng bata. So at the end of the lesson, may mga suggestions rin ng activities na pwedeng gamitin either sa bahay or sa classroom. So, hats of a critical and creative learner. So, children who are critical and creative thinkers use what we call hats or higher order thinking skills. So, these skills include hypothesizing. It is when children guess or predict possible answers. And the next one is organizing and operating, when they group, arrange, or make things work. And the next one is testing, which is when they try out their ideas or solutions. And searching, scrutinizing, solving, and synthesizing, when they look for answers, examine closely, solve problems, and combine ideas. So these hats are not just about getting the right answer, it's about the process of thinking, learning, and discovering. So the nature of creative and critical thinking. Now let's talk about the nature or mga katangian ng creative at critical thinking. So emergent literacy is connected to this. It means early reading and writing skills that appear in young children. So, kasabay nito, yung nadidevelop na rin ang thinking skills nila. So, adults should entertain and process children's inquiries. Mahalaga na sagutin natin ang mga katanungan ng bata kahit paulit-ulit pa yan. So, critical and creative thinking are higher order thinking skills. Hindi ito simpleng pag-memorize lang. It requires deeper understanding and reflection. So, children develop logical thinking as they learn many skills. So, habang natututo sila, nagiging mas clear or malinaw ang paraan ng pag-iisip nila. So, more on the nature of creative and critical thinking. So, first, children who are critical thinkers scrutinize their ideas. They ask questions, solve problems, and gain confidence from what they learn. The second one is they ask questions that lead to deeper thinking and expect meaningful answers. And the next one is they search for facts and truth, not just accept things easily. And also, they examine solutions or look for answers to their own inquiries. Creative thinkers suggest multiple ideas or find their own unique ways to answer questions. Children who think critically and creatively are good problem solvers, both when studying and playing. So, Now naman, let's talk about the barriers to critical and creative thinking. So even though children are naturally curious and creative, there are barriers that can stop them from developing higher thinking skills. So, if we don't nurture their curiosity, maantala ang kanilang cognitive growth. So, some examples of barriers are if kids are not exposed to challenging tasks, they might stick to easy questions and won't grow their thinking. Next one is they may choose easier tasks and not try harder ones, which limits their learning. And more about the barriers are the reasons why some kids don't become critical or creative thinkers are some children get used to simple answers and easy tasks. So sanay sila sa madali. Kaya ayaw na nila subukan ng ibang learning styles. So others believe in things that aren't true just because they want them to be true. This is called wishful thinking. Halimbawa, kapag naniniwala ang bata sa something wrong and no one corrects it, tuloy-tuloy na yon. So, yun. So, that's why it's important for literate adults to guide the child's thinking. So, we must offer proper materials and conversations para mag-grow ang thinking nila. And I think that will be all, but let's wrap up muna. So, to sum it up, children are naturally curious and creative. These skills must be supported, not ignored. We also must provide challenges, allow questions, and avoid giving only easy answers. And the last one is critical and creative thinking. Help them solve problems, understand deeply, and become confident learners. So, I think that will be all. Let's remember, as future teachers or parents, our role is to guide children and give them the space to think, explore, and express ideas. So together, let's nurture the next generation of thinkers. So I think that will be all, and thank you so much for listening.